Even take home some advice to use in your kitchen this week.
It's part of the Chef Challenge that brings together some of the best chefs in Spartanburg. Christine Scarpelli live at the Chapman Cultural Center this morning. Oh, if there's food, you're going to be in the middle of it.
Absolutely. You know that. And guys, I'm just doing you a favor. I'm giving you a preview of this event before you have to figure out if you're going to RSVP or not. You have to tell us at the end of this, guys, what you think about it. The American Heart Association Chef Challenge in Spartanburg. It is sponsored by Spartanburg Regional. We are so glad to have Carrie this morning talking just a little bit about some different things, because this is all about local chefs preparing a dish that tastes really good, but it's also good for you. Heart healthy. We have a theme going here. There are plenty of things that are not heart healthy. We don't always know that they're not heart healthy. We've talked about this before, but especially salt seems to be a bit of an enemy, if you will. Yes, maybe not always, but there's some things we can do to eliminate salt.
Absolutely. So the first thing I want everyone to know is that the American Heart Association actually recommends 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day.
Sounds like a lot.
Right, it does. So we can average that out to maybe 500 milligrams per meal. So that's a good number if you're reading the nutrition facts labels, which we always promote. And even if you go on to restaurant websites, if it's a chain restaurant, then they will have their nutrition facts located there too.
Okay, so you're saying just be vigilant. Make sure you know how much salt is going into things. Now, can you give us a ballpark of what that looks like, 500 milligrams a meal?
So one level teaspoon is 2,300 milligrams per meal. So it would be about 3/4 of a teaspoon.
Per meal?
Per day.
Per day.
Yes.
Okay, what are some substitutes? How can we get rid of the salt?
Sure. So the great thing about herbs and spices and even things like citrus juices, so here we've got some lemons, is not only are they very low in sodium, but many of them actually have beneficial nutrients on top of the fact that they are low in sodium. They're going to give you a lot of great flavor, and many of them are going to do something above and beyond. For example, we've got garlic. A lot of people say, avoid your white foods, but garlic would be a white food that actually can help lower blood pressure. So that's great. Vitamin C, we are coming up on flu season here, so lemon juice is going to be a great source of vitamin C as well. We've got some rosemary, paprika, and basil here too. So it's really about experimenting and, not being afraid to try some of these different herbs and spices, which is part of the reason these chefs are so great, is because they know what they're doing with them. So don't be afraid to try it at home.
Carrie, I like it. Really, with that salt, it sounds like you're trying to get the taste. These are also very cheap. If you go to the grocery store, I was baking this weekend, very cheap. So a really good thing. Carrie, we appreciate it. Absolutely. Much more coming up. The Chef's Challenge is free. Go to WSPA.com. We've got information there on where to RSVP. You've got to do that. Happening on Wednesday, so do it now. Free. Get in and judge these great dishes, guys. Back to you.
That's nice. Christine was baking for us this weekend. We look forward to tasting some of that.
Can't wait for your creations.
No salt added.
Thanks.